Fiction.
Welcome. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Spencer.
And this is where besties bond over books.
You.
And our book today is...
We'll Always Have Summer. I do love the names of these books.
They're so like...
Whimsical? Not whimsical. They're like ethereal. I don't know.
They're like satisfying.
Yeah.
You like scratch a thing in your brain.
Yeah.
But it's book 3 in...
The Summer I Turned Pretty
series. I was like reading this.
The conclusion. And you know, a lot of this book I don't like.
I don't like it till the very end.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be real with y'all.
It's meant to frustrate us, I think.
Yeah.
But it does the job a little too well.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I like the back half of it. The front half I'm just like not for. So
she's just so dumb. I give this one a 3 as well.
Yeah, like I'd give it a 3.
Yeah. Again, like I wanted to read
3.5,
it. Yeah, 3.5 if it's on the scale. But it's just like I want to yell at Belly. Always. Shake her.
Things get out of hand.
She's out of hand. She's out of control.
Things get out of hand.
Suzanne would be so disappointed.
Yeah. So,
So leave if you haven't read it.
yeah. Peace.
Bye.
And then stay if you have.
Okay, before you leave, I can read you the back too.
Okay, yeah.
Her whole life, Belly has been in love with the Fishers. Susanna was like a second mother to her, Conrad was her first love, and Jeremiah was her first real boyfriend. That's not true either.
What about Cam? What about Cam?
What about Cam?
And Conrad. She dated Conrad. Yeah.
Now, after 2 years, Jeremiah gets down on bended knee and offers Belly what she's always wanted, to be Belly Fisher.
Yeah.
As Jeremiah and Belly head back to Cousins Beach to plan their wedding, Conrad comes home to tell Belly he made a mistake when he broke her heart, which was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Now Belly must confront her feelings for Jeremiah and Conrad and face a truth she has possibly always known. She will have to break one of their hearts. Okay, now you can leave.
Now you can leave. Bye.
I think I want to start with the fact they were dating for 2 years.
Oh, time jump, yeah.
That blew my mind, though, that they were dating that long.
Oh, yeah. Because they get together at the end of the last book.
Yeah. And then they go to college together.
Because it's basically like her senior year, his freshman year, and then her freshman year of college.
Yeah, because he's a year older than her.
Yes, so it's his freshman year, her sophomore year, her senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at.
Yes.
So she's in college.
She's in college, at the same college as Jeremiah and Taylor.
Yes, they all go to the same place.
Yeah.
And
then Conrad's now in California. He's transferred to Stanford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't talk to him. Like,
no,
they don't have contact.
Yeah. But she has to, and they have to have crossed paths because she is dating his brother, but I think he avoids coming home for holidays and stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
hold on, let me remind myself real quick. I'm trying to remember how...
It straight up starts with...
I'm trying to remember how fast this happens.
It starts almost immediately with her finding out he cheated on her.
Yes, so I'm trying to remember how
it happens.
I think it's at a party or something.
Yeah, one of his friends mentions their spring break trip. Yeah.
So, you find out immediately... They're in college, they're at this party. You find out immediately that Jeremiah cheated. And that is why...
Grounds for dismissal. Done. Immediately done.
That's why anybody who has read these books and is still Team Jeremiah, I want to talk to you.
And they were on a break.
Oh.
But he sleeps with the girl that she was literally worried about, and that makes me so mad.
And they described the fight or whatever where he thinks they're on a break, and I'm like, y'all were not on you did not break up.
No.
You are ridiculous.
You are
a sophomore, you're a 19-year-old boy who's just I'm in Kata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was I mean, and
it wasn't just once. That guy was y'all were locked in a room the whole trip.
He made it sound like they got drunk and kissed or
and
something.
that was not the case.
And she hadn't had sex with him yet.
No.
Belly has not.
No.
And
he was basically
well,
how am I getting any with you?
Yeah, which is also horrible.
Bro.
So she, rightfully so, is F this.
Yes.
And then he's crying and calling her.
Because he knows he screwed up, and he's just oh my gosh,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this perfect girl or whatever is breaking up with me. And then he proposes.
And I literally...
It's a train wreck.
I don't know if you know this, but I didn't know that was
Oh, you didn't know that was what the kind of the premise was gonna be,
I knew
or like where the plot was going.
right. I didn't know I did not know there was a time jump. I knew that like there was something around like them dating.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a freaking wedding at 19 where neither of them are legally allowed to drink.
It gets off the rails. It really does, because it's just like it's like literally 90 to nothing.
Yeah.
Because she says yes.
She says yes. She's already like complained to Taylor too about all this, and Taylor's like, "F that guy."
And that's the only redeeming. This book, Taylor is like redeeming. She's like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?"
And then she ends up being, ends up being supportive, which I was just like, I mean, what a good friend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Taylor kind of redeemed herself in this book.
She did, and I bet in the 3rd season on the show it's gonna be like,
oh yeah.
That'll be interesting. So now we are engaged. Everyone thinks they're crazy, and they have to tell the parents.
Because they are
crazy.
Crazy.
So they're coming home for, like, some holiday. They're all getting together for something. It's like Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Yes.
That seems right.
They're coming, and, like, Conrad's supposed to come home, but Conrad always, like, bails.
Yeah. Because he doesn't want to see Belly.
And I don't think he comes.
No.
I think he misses it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it's, like, Christmas or something.
Yeah.
So they're at the dinner table, and she has the ring, but she's, like, hiding her hand, I think. And, like, Jeremiah's the one that announced it, I think, at the end.
Yeah, because he's just a showboat.
He's like, what's the mom's name again?
Oh, man.
They call her by her first name.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Susanna and...
God, if you had told... If you didn't ask me,
so sorry.
I would have been able to tell you. Laurel.
He's like, Laurel loves me. Laurel loves us.
And Laura's like, no, you are
like,
not marrying my daughter. This is not happening. And it's so crazy because you can just tell their maturity level
is 0.
Yes, because it's like they're talking about like moving in together at college, and they have no money for rent.
No.
And Billy's like, we don't have any money for rent. He's like, my dad will pay for it. And it's just like, and Laurel's like, you better not pay for this.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot enable this. And the dad does because he feels guilty because he's a shitty
He's been
father.
a bad guy this whole time.
Yeah.
And so...
Like, this is how I make up for it.
So she's like, I'm not coming home with you.
Yes.
And that's how they end up at Cousins.
Yeah, that is how they end up at Cousins. And they start planning this wedding. I was just like...
For like, because they want to have it like in December, like, at Christmas break, I think, right? It's like super fast turnaround. If that's Thanksgiving, maybe they're having it...
I can't remember. Was it the winter?
Or was it not?
Man, I can't remember if it was how fast the turnaround was. I don't remember.
They're on break. Because she's not going to school during that time where she's living at Cousins.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But she was there for an extended amount of time, though. So was it the summer? No, I don't remember.
Maybe it was. I think she was going to move out of her dorm room.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe it was like 4th of July. They were getting together for something. Wait. Susanna was dedicating something. They were coming together to dedicate something to like a bench. Like she liked a garden. Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. I know they were together for some reason. I can't remember why.
Because that's when you get one of Conrad's first point of views. Because he comes in.
He's standing at the back of it.
And he's like, he's with my girl. And I was like, Conrad! It's gonna be avoided!
Having Conrad's point of views in this.
Oh, I loved it!
Oh, it was just like so gut-wrenching.
Maybe this book was better than I remember. Because Conrad's point of view was great.
Okay, yeah. Maybe leaning more to 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it was what I needed.
Yeah.
F you, Jeremiah.
Because you've been like, he's been so closed off from your...
You don't know what's going on.
You don't until this book. You can guess.
Yeah, and he's just like, that is my girl he's with.
But immediately when they announce it, you know that he's upset, but he's like ready to help them because he still loves both of them. Like that's still his brother and that's still Belly. Mm-hmm. But in his back of his mind, he's like kind of working with Laurel to like convince them not to get married, right? Mm-hmm. So she moves into Cousins Beach because her mom will let her, she's like, if you're under my roof, you're not
engaged. And she's like, well, I won't come to your roof.
Yeah. And Conrad is living there too because he's home for the summer and doesn't want to live with his dad.
And he's like weirdly supportive of this because he thinks Belly's getting what she deserves and what she wants that he has never been able to give
because he loves her so much.
Yes.
He just wants her to be happy.
And he was like, I missed my shot because he's got it together now.
Yeah.
He's dealt with his grief.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years.
Him and his dad are on better terms, too, I think. 'Cause he goes and visits his dad a little bit, too.
Yeah. So, like, he has kind of, like, come out of his...
I mean, he's a grown-up now. He's, like, probably a senior in college at that point.
Yeah. Like, he's come out of his, like, dark period.
Yeah.
On the other side, more well-adjusted.
Now, why is he still in love with a mature Belly right now? I can't tell you, but...
That is a great question.
That should be the question we're asking.
That is a great question. It's just like that forever love, man.
Yeah.
So Jeremiah is like
he's working somewhere.
He's working like for his
dad.
dad.
Yeah, of course.
And so that's like in the city. So he's not
like driving.
And Cousins a lot. So Conrad ends up helping her with like all this wedding stuff.
I know, like picking up like flowers and vases.
Yes, and they like kind of have a couple of moments where it's like. It kind of is like, man, this could have been us.
Yeah.
And that's the whole time I'm just thinking, this could have been y'all. I know. This could have been y'all.
It could have been y'all.
And that's a lot of the book.
It is.
It's them and Cousins planning this wedding.
Yeah.
And she's like super upset.
He's driving her around.
And she's like so upset because her mom isn't like helping her with the stuff.
He
goes to Laurel and he's like, I know this is crazy, but like she needs you. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I know.
I'm just like, Conrad, this man you have become. I love it. They better. I'm very nervous for this next season of television.
I trust them. They've done so well.
I know.
I trust them.
I'm like, please do not do him a disservice.
They're not going to change it.
Because he is so good in this book.
Yeah.
Because he goes to her and he's just like, he's so selfless.
Yeah.
He's like, I had my shot. I blew it.
Mm-hmm.
She's happy and I want her to be happy. And Laurel, like, you need to get on board.
Yeah. And Laurel does.
She does.
She's a good mom.
Yeah. It's so sweet.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And so... like one night they had this like crazy heart to heart, like her and Conrad do.
Yeah.
Where it was basically like, I can't even remember what happens, like what exactly is said. Mm-hmm. But it's basically both of them acknowledging like, yeah, I did like love you.
Yeah.
It's just like heartbreaking.
And that makes her a little bit confused too.
Yeah, I'm like rightfully so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, so that's all happening.
And the bachelor party.
Yes, and then they go on the bachelor party.
Everyone's in town now.
Yep.
This is like happening the next
day. This
day.
wedding is happening.
It's happening.
I was very nervous that this wedding was like gonna be a go-go.
It almost did.
It almost did. And so,
she's hanging out with her girls, which is mostly just Taylor.
Yeah, and he goes to the bar. He's drunk. And one of his, like,
Conrad's driving, yeah.
Yeah, and one of his friends
Frat bros.
says something about the cheating.
Yeah.
And Conrad, I think, was just like...
Jeremiah's, like, in the bathroom or getting a shot or something.
Yeah, and he's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And, like, gets the deets. And, like...
He's pissed.
Pissed.
He's like, you don't deserve Belly.
And he doesn't think Billy knows.
Yeah, which is so sad.
And he's like, tells Jeremiah, like, you better tell her or whatever. And then he's like, she knows. And then I think he's so disappointed.
Yeah.
And he's like... I'm only bowing out because I thought you were with the better brother. And he's not the better brother.
He's not a piece of shit, but he doesn't deserve Belly.
He doesn't deserve Belly.
No.
Which says a lot because Belly's annoying.
So then after that, she finds him on the beach.
Yes.
And he like tells her that he knows. And she's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And he's so disappointed in her.
It is. And it's disappointing.
Yeah.
And he's like, you deserve better than this.
And then he acts like he was drunk or something the next day and is like...
Oh, because that's when he tells her, like...
I love you.
Yeah. And he's like, no, I don't remember.
I was just
He's like, I don't remember anything. And she's like, this is what you do, Conrad.
And then, but one of the guys was like, no, he was our DD, like, the next day.
Yeah. But it's like, this is what you do. You say these things, and then you just pretend that you were high, you were drunk, whatever.
But then, this is when I thought that, like, this was, like, a turning moment for us, but it wasn't. The wedding is still going on. But Jeremiah is now mad at Belly. Because did he see them talking or something?
He finds out. He knows that they still love each other, essentially. Yeah. And she's like, but I'm choosing you.
Yeah.
After the cheating, I'm choosing you.
So he, like, disappears that morning. The morning of the wedding.
Yeah. And she's like, Conrad, well, you have to help me find him.
And so he does.
And he does. Conrad. And she's at the garden.
Yeah.
Her mom's garden. And that's when... Oh,
wait. The letters.
Yes. He accidentally opened Conrad's. And, like, it was, like...
you'll be with Belly or something.
It was basically implying like take care of my girl.
Yeah.
And it was Conrad's and it wasn't Jeremiah's. Yeah. And it's like awkward.
Yeah.
Susanna knew.
So he he opens that and then he like goes and cries and then he gives that letter to Conrad and Conrad's like, oh shit.
Yeah. And then he's like, just punch me, just get it over with. And Conrad's and he punches.
And he
Conrad.
does.
Yeah.
What a guy thing.
He's such a.
But like Belly's still back home like. semi.
It's still the wedding day.
And she's still planning on going through with it, which is what is mind-blowing to me after all of that. She's still ready to walk down that aisle.
Mm-hmm. And then I think Conrad, like, comes in there and, like, gives her that infinity necklace or, like, offers it back to her or something. And she's like, I can't. And then...
Yeah, how does it...
I can't remember how...
They don't walk down the aisle. I think Jeremiah comes... She meets Jeremiah again. Like, he comes back.
I think he comes back into the room.
And they're just, like, talking, and it's really sad. And I think they just kind of agree that it's not right.
Yeah, I think it's like...
I think he's like, do you still love him? And she's like, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's get the ending right.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hold on, I want to get the right.
Yeah. No, they don't.
Oh, he's like, how do you think it makes me feel knowing I'm second choice? Knowing it was always supposed to be you two. Oh. And she's like, you're not my second choice, you're my first. No, I'll never be first. That'll always be Con. I thought I could do this, but I can't. So he technically calls it. She was going to walk down that aisle.
That's what blows my mind. She was so still ready.
Yeah. He calls it off. And he's like, I can't, not unless you can look at me right now, look me in the eyes and tell me you don't still love Con.
Yeah, and she can't.
And she's like, Jerry, I love you. And he said, that's not what I'm asking. Do you still love him? And then she says yes, and then it's over.
Yeah. And then he leaves.
Yeah, he dips out.
But I think even at the end, Belly and Conrad, like, don't start dating right away.
No, they don't.
Because she, like, doesn't want... I think they both deserve... And I think that's, like, the most responsible thing they've done.
Yes!
They both deserve time away for not to be, like, her choosing between the two of them.
Yes.
It shouldn't be that.
We'll find our way back to each other.
Which they do.
Yeah. And then, so they're like, she goes abroad.
Yeah, and he's, like, writing her those letters.
Yeah, those are really sweet.
Yeah, they are.
And then, but they end up together.
Yeah, like, you get, like, a flash forward, and it's, like, them together, and they've been dating since she came back. And then Jeremiah has a girlfriend, which no one's surprised by. Jeremiah's always going to be fine.
Exactly.
That's why
I was worried about Jeremiah.
Never worried about Jeremiah.
Yes, he loved her, but he didn't love her the same way Conrad loved her.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
and like in the epilogue, he's like he smiles at her, like they're like fine. It's been like 5 years.
Yeah, wandering on the bridge.
Yeah,
it was just like
we just almost got married. It's fine. It's fine.
We were stupid kids. That's what I would tell any future fiance.
Yeah.
We didn't know which way was up. I would blame it on grief. We were just grief stricken.
We trauma bonded when our mom died.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Conrad had to get his life together before he deserved that.
Oh, yeah. It ends on their wedding. Conrad and
and Belly's wedding. Okay, okay.
Yeah, because Jeremiah is there with a date. Yeah.
Probably like his best man, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We might get a Belly and Conrad wedding shot at the end of this. We better. Oh, man. That's what I'm holding on to.
I'm excited about this season.
I know. I'm like,
I hope they don't change it.
I think if anything, they've never changed anything. I think they just add things. Like, I think there'll be more.
No, there are people who are like, because like Jenny Han, I think, has made comments about like, well, if I wanted to change it, like if we wanted to change it, we could, because people were so like.
Set on her and Jeremiah?
No, set on Team Conrad. And she was like, well, don't expect whatever.
She's gotta be messing with people. There's no way.
I would be distraught.
That'd be such a weird thing to do, because even, like, looking at season 2, it's still set up for, like, a Conrad.
Yeah, redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Don't disappoint us, please. But, yeah. Let me look and see. Hold on. Let me look and see.
Is there, like a release date timeline?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we got... Oh, it just says expected to premiere summer of 2025. 11.
At least it's this year.
11 episodes, which is more than the previous season.
Yeah, usually it's 10, isn't it?
I like it, yeah. Give us more.
Give us an entire... Like, the 11th episode should just be an entire, like, flash forward episode. Would you die?
I would die. I would love that.
That'd be beautiful.
I would never expect them to do that.
No, but a whole bonus episode of just like 5 years later.
I would eat that
It's like a compilation of like them in Europe riding and like their wedding day.
I'd eat that up. I would eat that up. You can even throw in what's happening with Taylor and Steven in there.
Yeah,
I'd eat all that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'd love that.
Checking on Laurel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, 'cause she's got that whole romance going on.
She doesn't. That's not in the book.
That's not in the book, yeah. So, go and check it out.
I'm excited for it. I'm also glad that it's, like, a clear, like, they're not trying to, like, drag it out with new seasons and, like...
Oh, I like it, like, when you're adapting from a book and all, like, you have just kind of a very good set plot.
Yeah.
And there's not, like, much you would really expand on, except for, like, they, like, kind of zhuzh up the side characters.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, you're just staying true to, like, these
The
books.
plot points, yeah.
I like it.
I know.
I'm excited. And then, well, I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point on We're Booked and Busy, so...
Oh, yeah, when we talk about what we're watching.
Watch out for that this summer.
Yes.
When it comes out. Come back for Booked and Busy. And
oh my gosh, can we, like... Because this is so extra. Can we go rent a beach house and watch it?
That is so... I love it, but so extra. But I don't hate it. I don't. This is why we need a beach house. If you have a beach house and you want to have a book... That would be a good time to have a book retreat.
Yes.
And just, like, spend one day doing that and then... Or, like, book retreat during the day and watch it at night.
Yeah. Binge it.
Yeah.
Because they don't do... They release the whole season, don't they? I can't remember now. Are they...
They don't.
They're week to week?
They're week to week. I remember that because I waited.
Oh.
Because I was like, I can't do this week to week. I can't do... Some stuff I can do week to week.
Yeah.
But that, I can't do week to week. I'm just like, I'd be... No, yeah. I'm almost positive they did week to week.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Amazon. So maybe, hopefully they do it towards the beginning of summer, so it's basically the
whole summer?
It'd be the whole summer.
Because we'll always have summer.
Find us on TikTok.
Yeah, that's a good place.
Yeah, we'll get some content there.
Yeah. Man. Oh, I'm so... That made me so excited just talking about it.
I know. Come summer! Screw you, winter. Yes. Let's get your birthday first, and then screw winter.
Yeah, your birthday too. And then screw it.
Well, spring.
Yeah, okay.
Cheersing. Who are we cheersing to?
Connie,
baby. I love that sound. That sound.
I like went viral on TikTok too, and I'm like, yes, keep it going.
Connie, baby.
Yes.
Cheers. Screw you, Jeremiah. Until next time.
Bye.